Week we mark 9 years since the 9/11 attacks. So many loved ones were lost, including Sonia Morales Papalo. She was on American Airlines Flight 11, the first hijacked plane to crash into the Twin Towers. She was seated just 2 seats away from Muhammad Atta. Her family prayed her body would be found. Here she is with her daughter, and only part of her was found, her hand. It was recovered in the rubble of Ground Zero months later. Her daughter Sonia, also known as Tita, is here to tell for the very first time about a remarkable story of a family heirloom that forever connects her to her mom, and it's the subject of her new book, Sonia's Ring, 11 Ways to Heal Your Heart. Sonia Tita Papalo is joining me now. Tita, good to see you.
Hello, Jamie. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure, and your story is so inspiring, something that would be so difficult for any of us to accept. You have turned into something that will help others, because you say everybody has their own 9/11. Tell us about the day that you were contacted 11 months after your mom was killed and told that a recovery was made at Ground Zero.
Well, they called my father and said that there were remains found. And a few days after 9/11, my father had prayed, had been praying for the ring to return. They had a message between the both of them that my mother, if she received the ring, it would be sort of a sign that she had found peace. And after unwavering faith and a lot of prayer for the whole year, 11 months after, they called my father and said the remains were found. So they found the left hand and the ring, which you can see.
They found her hand, and she was still, she had the ring on. She's so beautiful. You're such a close and loving family. I have heard from people who know you well. And you have that ring, and your mom had told you that someday that ring, which she wore for 40 years, married to your dad, would be yours, and it would always be your connection to her in heaven. How helpful was it to have that ring, and you have it on tonight? Can you show it to us?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes, this ring helped plant the seed to share this book, to create with the 11 Ways to Heal Your Heart. And absolutely, I always feel my mother is always alive in my heart.
You wrote this book to help other people get through whatever tragedies they face in life, and many people are in despair right now in this country. And one of the things that you say is you have to find forgiveness. You actually found forgiveness for the people who did this to your mother. How? Well,
Jamie, it's a daily exercise, a daily practice. I think that it's not, I can't very easily say how. You just have to just find and just do it. These lessons I feel I learned from my parents.
Your mom must have taught you many things and taught you well. One passage that really struck me from the book, again, it's called Sonia's Ring, and on your website, soniasring.com, people can find out how to get it. It's a wonderful story to share. You say God was reminding us that even in the worst possible tragedy, though we experience indescribable chaos, pain, and suffering, there's always a witness, something that reminds us that something, call it God, Spirit, Divine Intelligence, or call it nothing at all, is right there in the middle of the mess, along with us. We are not alone. It will only bring us through it all, but we'll somehow, even miraculously, bring good out of it. You believe in miracles, don't you?
I do believe in miracles, and I feel that this story shows that miracles do happen. And Sonia's Ring is for everyone who has a heart. We all have experienced our own 911 moment or 911 experience, and we all understand pain and suffering. So we all have the ability to heal our hearts, and with love and light and all of the 11 ways that I discuss in Sonia's Ring, I feel that if you have a heart, you have the power within you to help healing.
Incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible to meet you, and thank you so much for sharing your story. I know it took you 9 years to write it, because it really is your journey, and as we look at 9/11 and never forget what happened. We'll be thinking of you and praying for you and your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Jamie. Thank you.
Well, we will remember this week, and we can never forget.